Have you ever felt like your paycheck is gone before you even got it, or you just don't know why your credit card bill is that high? There are really only two reasons why you might ever feel that way. The first one is obvious, you might just not make enough money. But the other reason is you're probably spending your money on things you just don't need or you shouldn't spend your money on. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So here are 5 things, in my opinion, that you don't need to spend money on in order to free up some cash in your paycheck. So the first one that most people don't even know about is a car insurance installment fee. So if you pay your car insurance month to month, which a lot of people do, most likely your company is charging you an installment fee of roughly $5 on top of every single payment. So in my experience, when I was with Progressive, I was paying $5 every single month, and none of that was going to the actual plan itself. It just went into Progressive pockets. So I know like $5 doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're paying a $5 installment fee every single month of every single year, that's $60 a year. So after 10 years, that's $600. So think about it like this. If I came up to you and said, hey, I will pay for your car insurance for a 6-month policy for free, would you take it? Because that's essentially what you're giving up by paying monthly payments. Now, the downside to this is you do have to fork over a decent amount of cash in order to buy the insurance policy all at once. But on the bright side, not only do most companies give you a discount for switching from one company to another, if you pay it all at once, from my experience, you get anywhere between 10 to 20% off the entirety of the policy. I know this is going to sound like an ad, and trust me, it's not an ad. When I switched to Geico for my policy that I have going on now, I legitimately got 15% off by paying the entire policy at once. Now, I completely understand if you don't have anywhere between $600 to $700 to pay for your car insurance, and remember that those are 6-month policies. The average person spends roughly $1,400 a year on car insurance. I can completely understand that. So let's go forward to the next 4 tips, and hopefully one of these 4 can help you out. So tip number 2 actually comes from a BuzzFeed video that I watch, and tip number 2 is spending a lot of money on clothes. So in that video, I was going to react to it, but I decided just to include it in this video. Each person that they were comparing spent over $200 on clothes. I can tell you the amount of times I've ordered or bought clothes offline or in person on 2 hands. In my entire life, I've probably bought clothes less than 10 times. And to be honest with you, once you become an adult, once you're out and you're done growing, the only times you have to buy clothes is when you have a very special event coming up, or your one staple item gets ruined and you have to replace it because you wear it so often. So when it comes to clothes, here's a great tip. If you're ever buying shoes, especially dress shoes, buy it off a Nordstrom rack. They legitimately have $400 to $500 pairs of shoes that are 70 to 90% off. I got $1,400 worth of boots and dress shoes for just under $300. And I'm not even kidding, like I bought $400 pairs of shoes for $40. Those prices are better than the prices at TJ Maxx and Ross, and you're going to get higher quality brands. And to show you that I'm not kidding, I have some of those shoes here with me right now. So here are 2 pairs of boots that I got. Both of these are valued over $200. And I think I got them, I think this was the most expensive pair for $50. And then this one was right at $50 as well. And then these dress shoes, they're 2 of the same shoe. But as you can see in the video, these are very high quality shoes. Each of them are honestly $400 if you bought them at retail price. And I think I got each of them for roughly, I think this one was $30 because it was the last one sold, and this one was roughly $90. So another tip that I can give you is that keep in mind that most places price match. So a great example of when you should use this and the best bang for your buck is actually, in my opinion, Dick's Sporting Goods. Every single summer, every single end of a season, they're going to have a season clearing sale. But most online retailers are going to be doing the exact same sale, but with greater discounts. So you can just go into Dick's, download an app like Shop Savvy, and every single time you go in there, if you want to purchase something, you're looking to buy something, scan the barcode on the back of it, and Shop Savvy will show you the best retailer or the best price online per retailer, and Dick's will just price match that, typically with no questions asked. I remember when I used this, I have a pair of black and gray Nike shorts that I absolutely love. They were 50% off on some random online website, and I bought 5 pairs that day. So I legitimately got $250 of shorts for just at $100. And that's all I wear now in order to work out and to lounge in. So you don't really need anything else besides that. That's 1 pair of shorts per day of the week. And the last tip I can give you when it comes to clothes, and this might sound crazy, is to actually buy Lululemon. I know it's completely expensive up front and a lot of people don't like the style of Lululemon, but a lot of people actually do like the style of Lululemon. But the reason why I tell you to buy that brand over anything else is because it has a lifetime warranty. So for me, I bought 5 pairs of their pants and I've replaced 4 of those 5 pairs already, and you don't pay anything at all. I would wear them out, I would get an insanely bad stain on it, or I would rip the pants doing something stupid, and you just take it into the store and they will give you a new pair of pants right there on the spot. And if they don't have it, they'll ship it to your house. If they don't have it at all in the country, you will just get that money on a gift card. So me putting that investment into Lululemon has already paid itself back multiple times over. So tip number 3 is honestly the most obvious one, and that's to minimize how much money you spend on eating out. So in my personal life, a dinner date with my girlfriend is at least $75, but I spend roughly $100 on the other 20 meals that I eat in a week. If you plan on going out with your friends for drinks and food, just eat before you go and just drink, or just drink before you go and just eat. Or honestly, the best return of investment that you have is if you are drinking and smoking, just stop, because the amount of money you're gonna save on medical bills later on in life is astronomical, and that's the best return of investment you could do, just by stop doing something that's harming yourself. So here's actually a sneaky one that you might not realize you're wasting your money on, and that's actually interest rates. So let's say that your average interest rates for your house, your car, and say your credit cards adds up to roughly $100,000 of a principal debt, and the average interest rate is 5%. That means every single year you're paying at least or at most $5,000 in interest. A lot of people don't think of it this way because it's built into your car payment, into your mortgage payment, into your credit card statements, right? So it's easy to go, oh, I just have to pay this amount for this bill, not realizing that you could pay less if you got the interest rates down, or if you just went ahead and paid off that debt or paid down that debt quicker, you would have less payments and interest altogether, and the interest amount would be smaller and smaller and smaller after each and every single payment. So because interest is actually such a sneaky thing that you can waste your money on, I decided to buy my car completely outright when I purchased it. It's also the same reason why I have never ever carried a credit card statement. A lot of times it reports $0 to the credit agencies. And I know I've said in multiple videos that I do plan on getting a rental property, and that's still the case, and you have to pay interest on those loans. However, I'm going to build that into the rent that my subleaser will be paying me. Now, honestly, paying interest isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times you can leverage that into making more money, but at the same time, if you're not aware of how much money you're paying in interest, that might be the easiest thing for you to tackle right here and right now after watching this video. So the last thing you're probably wasting your money on, and this is something shocking to me that most people don't realize that they do, is paying monthly payments on your phone. Not necessarily the plan. I get that the plans can seem overpriced, but a lot of times when people complain about their phone bills being so high, it's because they're also paying for their phones. What Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint and these other phone companies do is they take the price of the phone, they break it up over 24 months, and you pay a 24th of the phone every single month, and there's no interest. So in reality, it's not necessarily a bad thing that you're paying money on. It's just bad if you're not aware that's what you do. Now, where does this benefit Verizon? Where does this benefit AT&T is because you pay this price every single month for 24 months. Once you're done with that final payment, you know you're gonna have ads thrown at you in order to upgrade your phone. When in reality, if it was roughly 2008, the difference between the iPhone 3 and the iPhone 5 was so large, you almost had to upgrade in order to keep up with the times. But now if I just show you my phone right here, you don't know if this is the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11, the iPhone XS, or the iPhone XR. It's hard to tell just from the screen forward. In today's times, you can easily get away with having your phone for a minimum of 4 years. So after you pay your phone off for those 24 months, go ahead and start saving in order to buy your next phone in full. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're paying $25 a month in order to pay off for your iPhone. Once you get that payment paid off in full, take that money that you were paying Verizon and put it into a mutual fund. Let's assume you get 8% return on that money over the 2 years. When you go and pull that money out and you buy your iPhone, you're essentially buying your next iPhone at 8% off. All right guys, so that's it for today's video. If you like this video in this channel, go ahead and please like and subscribe. Comment if you have something you want me to to talk about, I will definitely hear what you want to say and I will try to make a video on it. But remember, it may be hard now, but it doesn't always have to be. I'll see you in the next one.